All right, welcome back. Episode number 3, season 2, diving deep. Everything's changed up quite a bit, and this episode is coming out. It's now the first week of February by the time everybody's tuning in and watching this. But new guest today, Mr. Drivy. Drivy?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Either one works, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but what is it really? What do you go?
I first started using Drivy, but lately I've been doing Drivy. It just flows off the tongue better. I don't really give a shit.
Do people like cool. Which one do people like naturally go to without you telling them?
I think Drivy recently. Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't really give a shit.
I would say D-Rivy if it was like D period Rivy.
Right. Yeah.
But it's the lack of the period that makes me like.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Anyway, first segment in the studio. As you can guess, this is probably all about your music, all about music in general. So what's the meaning behind your name? What does Drivy mean?
Drivy. So my last name's Rivera. Some kids called me Rivy, and that name was actually taken, ironically. So I put out my first single. The name was taken, and it actually sent to that profile. So I was scrambling the next day trying to get my drop to go to the right artist. So I just added a D in front of it because my first name's Devon. So I was like, all right, send it.
I feel like we've all had that kind of a story of like shit dropping on the wrong profile. I've had other people's stuff drop on mine way back when and vice versa. But
I feel like yours is so much longer. Like, you know,
it is now. I started off with just Lando. And it was like motherfuckers were dropping on my profile every day, and I was like, "This can't work, bro. I gotta change my name or something."
Yeah, that'd be common. Yeah, it's just like a cool name in general as an artist too. So,
and I was like, "Well, what do I do, man? I'm just living. Lando is living."
Hell yeah,
going simple, man.
Hell yeah.
What is describe the average studio session for yourself? What does the average session start like?
Well, I guess I have to put on multiple hats because, you know, I make beats and stuff. So I guess if we're going the artist route with that question, I'd love to just songwrite in that moment and then perform it in that moment as well. I feel like it's just more organic, you know? Yeah, as you know, we talked about this, but I'm not much of a freestyler either. So everything I do, I always am songwriting and stuff. So say average studio session is between, I don't know, 2 hours or so. Try to get at least like a half a song in at that point, get a hook in. The hook, I feel like, is the most important. And then, like, if you're sending me features, shoot, I can try and pop that out in like an hour. So as far as just like a regular long verse or something. But yeah, man.
Yeah, no.
A lot of,
so no sort of like routine or kind of what's
like a ritual?
Word? Ritual to it, yeah.
No, I used to like set up a candle, but like, I don't know. I just like get into it, bro. I feel like it's like
I would do that if I didn't already have a candle burning like all the time. So
yeah.
So it's like it's not really ritualistic for me, but it would be, I guess.
Yeah. No, it's funny. Someone's asked me that before, but like I just always just go into it. I feel like it's just how I'm feeling. I gotta get into it and like, I don't know. Just get right to it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I do every time, I guess, would be turn on the, you know, like the special lights that I have in the studio. But like, other than that, that's pretty typical stuff. Just sit down and hope that I get inspired, I guess.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You never know when the right idea will hit you, or you'll come up with the right, like, sometimes I'm just in the car fucking trying to freestyle, and I'm like, damn, that's a good line. I should write that down and try and use that later for something. You ever do that? Like, do you have like your notes just filled with random 1 or 2 liners that you thought of, and it's like, damn, this would be something cool to build around, but I just haven't found the right beat for it or haven't had the right moment to do it yet.
Right. Yeah. I use like voice memos for cadences and stuff, so I can kind of take it from a different beat. But like, I feel like every beat is different, so I always have to kind of attack it. Everything is different, you know. I can't just use the same I don't know, what would you call that? I can't use the same ingredients for every, food.
True.
You know what I mean? So I have
Right,
to
but
use.
that ingredient will work good in various foods.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, true.
What's your favorite
Yeah,
project or
yeah.
album you've made this entire time throughout your music career? And how did it feel
What?
the first time you listened to it back?
Can you repeat the first part of that?
Your favorite project or song that you've dropped so far?
Um, I'd have to say "Let Me Know" with Kieran. That one was dope because it was super organic, and I, obviously haven't met him. He's from Jersey, but that vibe was so perfect. I thought he sounded so fun, so cool in that. And yeah, I think he's a cool dude. I just always thought that was a chill vibe, the beat and everything. No drum loops on that one. I actually
Did you
actually
fuck with
produced that
the first
one.
time listening through, or did it take a minute for you to get down with it?
I fuck with it the first time, and I was really struggling. Like, damn, I cannot figure out a verse and what I want to do here. So I'm glad I showed it to him, and he was like, "Bro, I fuck with this so heavy," and he's like, "This is my favorite shit I've ever been on." And I was like, I was so happy that like it actually worked out like that. It's nice when things fit like a glove,
Right,
So.
just happens to work out the right way. Yep.
Right. Yeah. 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 So that
Um,
was definitely one of the better ones. What about you, bro?
I
What
feel
you got?
like, geez, as you know, as most musicians probably feel the same way. It changes every other week when I make a new song, but
Right.
at least
For
right
sure.
now, I'd probably have to say "Standing on Business," which comes out in 3 days, I think. It's crazy to
Oh,
think about. I keep forgetting that it's coming out, dude. I keep forgetting I scheduled it.
clever.
Yes,
That's the.
sir.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
the one.
so
It's a good way
hopefully
to start
that
the year, bro.
that does some change my life numbers. Probably not, but you never know. It could do something and make something
Never
else
know.
happen. But right now,
I'm
that's
excited to
definitely my
hear it.
favorite.
I'm excited to
Hell
hear
yeah.
it.
Yes, sir. The first at midnight. I don't even. Sometimes it doesn't fucking drop at midnight. You know how these fucking distributors are, man.
Oh yeah.
They're like,
Oh
yeah, we'll
yeah.
get it out at midnight, and then sometimes it's an hour late, an hour before. You never
Yeah. I feel
fucking
like
know.
Apple Music is really touchy with that stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
Spotify is usually pretty spot on, but
yeah.
yeah,
I've had
Apple Music is always.
random shit drop at different times, and it's like, what the fuck is going on there, guys? Like, what's going on in the operations department? Nobody's sending the emails together, or what?
Yeah.
How do
No,
you
I hear
navigate
you.
the pressure to constantly produce new content? This little algorithm
Navigate
demon that hides under the bed, how do you satisfy his hunger for more?
I guess just like not really giving a shit about the numbers. It's more like if you feel like the content is really fucking good or you really think the song is gonna, be catchy to people's ear, just send it. Who gives a fuck? Like it's all part of the process. It's all step by step,
Do you
you
find
know?
yourself like struggling to make content daily and like not even just daily, just like consistently to the point of where it's like,
Absolutely.
oh, I have a reel coming out this day every week of the, you know what I mean? Like the
Hmm.
consistency is the worst part of it. I feel like for everybody, like that's the hardest thing to do unless you just make a shitload of stuff ahead of time and schedule it.
Right. Yeah. I
Because
definitely
nobody
struggle
has
with
time to
that.
just do stuff every day.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pay the bills, right?
Right, yeah, you got to be at work. You can't shoot real videos every single day. It's like you
Right.
got,
Yeah.
I don't know, you got to space it out. But that's something I've always felt like I struggled with. That I'll have my phases where at times I'll either make a shitload of stuff ahead of time, and I'm dropping a reel a day or two posts a day, and then I'll have a month where I don't fucking post anything, man. And it's like it just is how it is. And either way, I find that the algorithm doesn't get satisfied. Like I'm stuck in the range of 5 to 750 somehow, and it never really changes, no matter how
Right.
much. Like I could be consistent for a month, new hashtags, every sort of deal, and I'll gain like 5 followers. I'll drop like a post a week when I make a song, just a random fucking shit post, and that'll get more likes. And it's like none of it makes sense, man.
It makes no sense. It's
And
crazy.
I feel like to a certain point, how much time can you really put into it? Like, yes, you should try and make content, but like, I don't blame people that don't have shit coming out every day because it's like the algorithm monster is not going to reward you for posting daily. And if he is, he hasn't fucking, like, I haven't seen that yet. So it's, at least from my experience, it's like that consistency does not get you anything. It's more than just being consistent. Like, you have to have good content that just somehow reaches the right people.
Absolutely, yeah.
What do you think is like the most popular kind of content right now? Like, what is, if you had to do some go-to content to shoot for your next song, what would you do?
I feel like the landscape stuff is pretty cool. So you could like match the song with the landscape. I guess it's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe like you just casually mouthing to it, or singing your song downtown.
Dude, that's
or something,
like, maybe this is like a personal choice, but I hate doing that, bruh. Like, I like making the content of like me performing the song, but I also don't like how much more energy goes into that than like me just making a fire edit or a mashup of a couple videos and pictures. I don't know. Like, there's certain, like, I like doing it, but I'd rather do it for like a music video and then chop that up into promotion content. I feel like that's another good thing. Like, every time you make a music video, you just chop that motherfucker up into like 10 shorts and post each one of those as content too.
Right. That is a good idea too.
Like, highlight the couple most fire bars from each part of the part that you're highlighting, obviously. But I don't know, man. That's always like, I feel like coming up with new content is always a struggle. It's always something that people are going to be figuring out how to do it better, because obviously everybody wants to be the best and capture everybody's attention. Oh shit, I don't think your mic's connected or something, dude. It looks like it disconnected or something.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah, my AirPod is being funny, and the
Gotcha.
other died. So, but I just checked and said 94%. So I think we're good.
Yeah, it was only a quick second, I feel like, but go on with what you were saying. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I feel like if you're gonna put out a bunch of content, at some point there could be a silver lining. Like, it's kind of up to the algorithm, like you were talking about. But I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just you connecting to fans. I feel like any, that personable manner. If you're not connecting with anybody, like it's just hard to build a fan base in general, of course. So as hard as it is.
Yeah, I used to try, like, I probably still will try it occasionally, but like doing like open verse challenges for shit that I'm dropping. And it's like, I find even when I do stuff like that, bro, like one or two people maybe will do it that I'm friends with that are artists. But like even that stuff doesn't like reach out into the community.
I feel like you got to be kind of big already to get like a lot of people to do it, and to actually see someone like kill that shit. It's obviously you want it to sound good, them to sound good, but it's like, oh man,
at the end of the day, I just wish somebody would do it, bro. You could sound like fucking dog shit on that beat. Just somebody spit my verse. Like, let's hear it.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I feel like more people would get their music recognized that way too. Like, if I stumbled upon somebody with fucking 15 likes and 3 comments doing an open verse challenge, bro, I'm gonna hop on that hoe. Because they're gonna repost that to their followers, and then maybe their followers are gonna follow me. I don't know. It just seems like logically that would work. But like in my head, I never see these open verse challenges either unless I'm specifically searching up open verse challenge. And even then, it's always some big, like, major producer or big artist. Like, you can't even find the independent ones in there.
I know. I saw one recent, like Dax did one, and it was mega. Like, it went viral like crazy. And he had some crazy artists on there. Like, yeah, I don't, like you said, I don't really see him a lot. That was the first one I saw in months, and I used to see him all the time. So I guess I don't know. I don't know if things are changing on the apps, but yeah, like I just don't.
It seems to work for the bigger artists, but it doesn't seem like there's not much bite from, like, if you don't have much of a following, people aren't hopping on that shit. Like, they just don't care.
Yeah.
Like they're
There was
only
definitely
really doing it to like get the clout of like, oh, I'm the one that got chosen for this song. Now maybe I'll have a
right.
career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I got you. I mean, shoot, who was that chick? Was it Caitlyn? She had like a Russ, like she did one of those challenges, and then she ended up
Yeah.
like going on stage with him and shit, and like he ended up signing her. So I mean, something like
Yeah,
that. I think she already was
she worked
pretty
with what's
big,
his
right?
face too. Who's the dude that works with Nick D? Connor
Kind of
something.
Price.
Yes. She's got music
Yes.
with him too.
Oh no shit. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's now that you bring that up, she's like one of my favorite female musicians right now, probably.
She's extremely smooth.
Yeah, I
She's got
like the
bars, bro.
wordplay is clever. It's like I feel like it's raw rap when I listen to it. Like it doesn't feel like she still says fuck my pussy type shit, but it's not directly like my pussy's pink, fuck it type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's like
No,
actually
she's.
good music still.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
No,
not
it's
just like I'm a female talking about getting fucked,
yeah. No, I
which I
got you.
feel like
Yeah.
is most of the. Maybe I'm just not listening deep enough or something, bro. Maybe somebody needs to
I
put
got
me
you.
on, but I'm just saying
Yeah, no,
most
she
of these
does.
female artists aren't talking about anything, bro.
Yeah, no, I got you, bro. Yeah,
I mean,
I
we
feel
aren't
that.
either. Fuck.
I know.
It's like I'm not blaming anybody in particular. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. No, she is. I think she is like a special wordplay artist. Like she's very
Yeah.
good at what she does, and clearly she's been doing it for a long time. You know, I mean, you don't get that
Same
good,
with
not you know.
have you heard of Cena Win? Cena Win?
I don't think so, bro.
She dropped that song called Ja Morant. I know, right off the bat, this is a sexual song, but I can't fucking think of another song off the top of my head. But she's like real raw with her rap shit too. So there's definitely more shit coming up and coming out, but I don't know, man. It's kind of like the WNBA. Like I just don't partake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's nothing personal, bro. Like I just don't consume. I don't know.
It's just
like
it's hard. It's not like
it's not for
oh,
me,
yeah.
bro. I'm sorry. I
No,
appreciate
you, yeah.
some of it, but
I can appreciate it. But yeah, no, I got you.
It's like seeing a good dunk in the WNBA. It only comes every so often, and you just you appreciate it when it does, but you can't like watch it over and over for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you, bro. I think it's got to be like the Nicki Minaj era, Cardi B era. I'd say Nicki obviously is in a different category than Cardi B because Cardi B is like ex stripper style. But
Yeah,
everybody that came after them was like kind of trying to be like that, and it's just like you can't really be Cardi B, you can't really be Nicki Minaj. They're very, I don't know. It's just
then, I feel like Megan Thee Stallion, like that was just a Cardi B copy and paste for me.
Literally, yeah.
And I was like, I can't do this, man. And then she got my boy Tori locked up, and I was like, I really can't do this now. This is just too much for me.
Oh man, yeah. When I started listening to Tori, that was right around the time I started listening to him for real. And I was like, damn, this kid's insane.
He didn't do it. Free him. Even if he did do it, free him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
What a sloppy situation.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of worse. What is the biggest sacrifice you've made for your music career thus far?
I say just time with other people. You know, this should take so much time away from your friends and your family.
Definitely my answer too.
It's like I'm glad to do it. You know, I don't know what else I'd be doing. This is what I do. You know, this is what we do.
I feel like if I didn't do this, I'd be like bullshit and playing video games extra long or something.
Yeah, I mean that's
isn't cool like terrible, but I feel like I'm more creative and like using my brain better if I'm making music, I guess, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely gives you some pride, like in like your work. Like I don't know, I just been doing it for a while, so it's like, why stop? You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah, I feel like that's a good route to fall into, though, as long as you're still like getting shit done and paying the bills and enjoy it however much you want, you know?
Hell yeah, man.
Well, this is enough music-wise. We're going outside the studio now. More about your personal life. Talk to me about your childhood. Was it good? Did it suck?
It was good. I was a middle child. We grew up in the Granville suburbs. So that's like southwest Michigan, southwest of Grand Rapids as well. But yeah, good childhood. Played baseball, did wrestling. My parents definitely gave us more than their parents ever could. So that was really cool. So yeah, pretty good childhood. I say it's pretty average, honestly. It's pretty average childhood and pretty fun. But yeah, what about you, bro?
What do you mean, man? You didn't grow up in the trap? You weren't disheartened and disheveled? Sleeping with the cockroaches trying to come up?
Yeah. No, yeah, it'd be cool if I did, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I've lived a very blessed life, for sure. I had a good childhood. I traveled a lot. I still travel a lot, but not quite as much, obviously, now that I got to pay for my own travel, not being a kid anymore. Yeah, that was the nicest part about being a kid, man, was like just getting to travel places for free. And like back then, you probably didn't appreciate it as much. Like there was probably times I complained about going places, but damn, looking at it now, it's like, dude, this was free.
For sure.
I think about it all the time.
Yeah, that is it's kind of a mind fuck, but yeah, for sure.
And I think about it every time I go camping too. It's like I used to camp all the time, and I never had to pay for it because I was just a fucking kid. And now I have to pay every time I go camping, and it's like, bro, you gotta pay to fucking sleep on the dirt out in the woods? Is this real life?
Hell yeah.
That's fucking crazy, man. It is.
It is, bro.
And all I'd have to do is say I'm homeless, and then I don't have to pay? Like, how does it work? You know what I mean? Like, what is the logistics of camping? Because camping is it just the use of the land? Because you can camp fucking almost anywhere, man. Especially in Michigan. Like, we have great camping rules.
For sure.
You can camp in any state forest, which is like 35% of our state. So it's like, can pretty much pitch a tent anywhere, man.
Pretty much, man.
But they charge you to lay on the groomed plot of dirt. It's all a big scam, man. That's all I'm trying to say. I still love camping and I love getting out in the woods, but it's not the same when you have to pay all this shit, man. I miss being a kid just for the simple fact of bills, but life goes on.
Right. What places do you like to camp the most?
I'd love to just go anywhere, man. I love exploring new places that I've never been, but I go up to Higgins a lot, like Roscommon area, just because we have a cabin up there. So I'm always up there in the summer. But
is that like
I don't know. I love Michigan, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
If you've ever looked at the Michigan map, which I'm sure you have, holy shit, I actually did it right. Usually I have to flip my hand the other way, or I put it up wrong. You know, like there's lakes, 2 lakes, like kind of right in the middle-ish up here.
Okay.
It's one of those lakes.
Nice. Hell yeah. I remember you said, is that the one where there's islands on the lake?
Mm-hmm.
That's that one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That is definitely one of my favorite places, but I like camping all over Michigan. Anywhere in Michigan is, I mean, I haven't camped out of state. I'd probably try it as long as weed's legal wherever I'm going, but like I'm not going camping in fucking Indiana. You know what I mean? That's just
it sounds pretty fucking lame.
Yeah, they need to come out of the fucking Renaissance, dude, before I even travel there. If I can't smoke the herb, I'm not. Nah. I'm just saying, dude, it goes against my better judgment. It's not that I can't be sober, it just is wrong.
I got you, bro.
I bet they sell ibuprofen in that motherfucking state, dude.
That's funny.
But I can't smoke my herb.
Yeah, when I was in Vegas,
You drug
it
test
was,
yourself? Do you do random drug tests on yourself to make sure that you're following compliance? As your employer, you're like, hold on,
yikes.
let me issue a drug test to myself this week just to make
That's
sure.
funny. That's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, when I was in Vegas, I couldn't believe how expensive just like a regular joint was, dude. Like 10, $15 for some like decent
Sheesh.
weed for a gram joint, dude. Unbelievable.
We got it good here, man.
Yeah.
We have it really good. I got some Tyson pre-rolls right now. Mr. Mike Tyson's pre-rolls. And then
Oh yeah.
I've also got some edibles and some THC syrup. And
Nice.
something
I'm
else
jealous.
we can't talk about. But anyways, back to the question here. A new question for you. I don't even know where we were straying to. We just got way too into weed, and I could talk about weed for centuries, bro.
Weed
We need to
camping,
save that
Michigan.
for a follow-up episode because that could.
I'm with it.
I
I'm with it.
love weed. I'm not even gonna say I like. I love weed. Okay.
Hell yeah, me too, man.
How do you balance your personal life with your professional career?
It's like a juggling act, man. You just do it. You know, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to answer the how, but like you just
You
can't
just
really
do.
think about it. You just game plan and do it, man. You know. So there's not much of you can't really think about it too much otherwise you're not going to be doing any action. So
Do you keep yourself in like a pretty steady routine? Like do you do the same kind of stuff every day? Like do you have a morning routine or a night routine type deal?
yeah, for sure, man. You know, I don't usually go past like 2 or 3 depending on the job, you know, and if it does go past that, I'm making a lot more money. But yeah, I enjoy making dinner for the wife and you know, either songwriting or booling at the house after. You know, we like to
Oh
keep it
yeah.
pretty simple. Um so and I just got super over like hanging out with people that didn't give a shit about hanging out with me. They just wanted to hang out with someone. So I just got over that shit. It's so dumb, you know.
Yeah. I feel
So
the
I'd
same
rather.
way, but more so on like the let's go drink at the bar tonight. Like I just
Yeah,
don't
I know
care to go
you
drink at
hard
the
tighten that
bar,
a little
bro.
bit.
Like how about you come
Yeah.
over and drink and listen to my unreleased music and be productive and tell me how my shit sounds? Like
Don't
I'm
lie
just
to me.
keeping it a buck.
Don't lie
Like
to
I
me.
don't want to go to a bar or a club to be honest, unless I'm like in a different fucking state on vacation.
Right.
Like
For sure, man.
occasionally, I guess, for special occasions, dude. But like I'm just over that whole college phase of getting drunk and shitty at the bars every weekend. I mean, you obviously are over this next thing I'm gonna say of like meeting different girls and hooking up and shit, but like just the whole like let's go out, it's the weekend. Like
Yeah,
I'm so over that shit, bro. Like I'd rather go out and hang out in nature during the day and then fucking go to bed at 7 p.m. and like sleep
yeah,
fantastic. Like that sounds
yeah,
more fun to me than going to a
for
club.
sure. Yeah, I think a good way to put it is like you didn't want to be part of the mob, but like this whole fucking mob of people that do that and they live for that. They'll do that till they're fucking 65, you know. It's a bizarre thing.
Yeah.
I think it also shows that you actually give a shit about being creative in your craft. And yeah, it's
I feel
definitely
like it's
not
like
common.
not everybody can probably relate, but it's hard. Like when I don't know if you went to college. I don't remember if you told me or not, but
A little
like
bit, yeah.
even just high school, like the party phase that everybody has, where it's like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was the majority of pretty much all of my college because I was in a fraternity, like, and I was the president at one point, so I just got fucked up like every week, pretty much, damn near, doing
Yeah,
school, getting fucked up, and that was cool and all, and I had my fun and I enjoyed it. But afterwards, it's like, damn, dude, like now I just want to fucking relax and like spend quality time with homies doing cool shit. Like I don't want to just go get drunk at the bar like we
for
did
sure.
in college, fucking 27 million bajillion times. Like
Right.
as
Yeah.
fun as that was. But what I was getting at is like when you come directly out of that scene, I feel like most of your friends are obviously in that scene too, so they do that same shit. Like for me, I don't have as many people that are like into just like go doing outdoorsy type shit and stuff like that. But I feel like it's just because that was the culture that, you know, we were all kind of associated with. Like those people will still continue to do some of that stuff. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like I've evolved past that and I just want to be one with nature and enjoy quality experiences.
Yeah, definitely. I just talked to my brother-in-law, just speaking of that, and he said he doesn't find God. He's gone to church for his whole life and stuff. So have I, but he says he doesn't feel God or anything or source or whatever you want to call it unless he's out in nature. And he says he feels so damn close, and he feels like that is his real calling, like hiking mountains. That's why they live in Montana. Like, you know,
that's
like
awesome. Where are they at in Montana?
They refurbish like log cabins. So
where do they live out there?
No, right now they actually moved. They were actually on the way back to Michigan from Idaho. And they met this guy, and he gave them both a job. They both do it
hell yeah.
together, and they have their own company now. But I honestly don't remember. Maybe near Billings somewhere. But
Gotcha.
They fucking love it. It's near like a ski resort. The guy got him a ski pass, and things kind of fell into place for them and stuff. But yeah, man, it's
nature is rewarding. It's like it even if you're not like a believer in, you know, the Christian or Catholic God per se.
Yeah.
It's just like it's almost like a divine connection with, it's something. Like when you just sit out and embrace nature and just, I don't know. Like everybody can feel something from it if you allow yourself to, I feel like. And I don't know, man. Drugs or no drugs, like it's great either way. Like I could do it sober or I could do it on mushrooms and I enjoy it just the same, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, something with nature. You should check out, I told somebody else this too, but you should check out the movie The Man from Earth.
The Man from Earth.
It's from 2007. And you can find it. It's free on YouTube right now. Like if you just look up The Man from Earth 2007 or whatever, it'll like the whole movie's on there free. But super good insight. Like it's probably in my top 10 movies of all time right now. It is really interesting and unique. It's kind of spiritual and religious in a sense, but it's also just a very philosophical kind of film. It's unique in the sense of it all takes place within like a 4-hour span in 2 different settings, basically.
Okay.
So it's basically like the same 3 or 4 angles of shots with this cast of characters over the span of a night. And I don't know, man. They're like, without spoiling it, like I can't talk too much about it, but it's a very eye-opening kind of insightful movie. Whether you believe in religion or not believe in religion, it's a very cool kind of movie.
Right, yeah. Fuck yeah. I just added it to my watch later.
Oh yeah. Let me know what you think of that. I mean it when I say that. Like it is genuinely a masterpiece. Like it's not just a good film. Like from the shots to the way that they portrayed it all within a select hour span. I don't know, man. I just appreciate film extra, but it is really good.
That's something you could get into, is like film production, stuff like that.
I like it, but I don't know if I could. I'd rather write stuff than like do the actual production in the film. I feel like I like the creative aspect and like the story side of stuff.
Like
but
a good plot.
I can appreciate and like really respect the art of like they set it up to be like this. Like they could have did more angles and more shots, you know what I mean? But like it's the simplicity of they didn't need to. Like you're so entranced in the story and the dialogue that like it's irrelevant. I don't know. It's just really cool when you think about it. And I feel like it's something most people probably wouldn't even consider or think about, but it's just cool to consider.
For sure, yeah. Hell yeah. I've always loved that. The songwriting and the writing and good writing and good songwriting in general on both sides of the film and audio. It's awesome.
Yeah, writing is fun, man. I'd love to get into book writing if I had a shitload of free time, but I can't really do that on top of all the other hobbies that I like doing, you know?
Yeah,
like if I'm going to do the music hobby and make video games, like I can't do all this extra shit. There's barely time to do all that, bro. Like it's like you got to pick what you're doing and during the week and fucking go back and forth when you do it, you know?
For sure, yeah.
Otherwise you just get overwhelmed and shit. Final question, and then we're going to move on to the next section. What's the next skill or field that you would like to learn? Like, what's the next thing that interests you?
The next thing that
you haven't already gotten involved in.
That I haven't gotten involved in.
Brand new that you've just toyed with, like, oh, that'd be cool.
I get. I think artist management would be cool. That'd be really fun. I think that'd be really cool. I have like customer service that I took from what I do now, which is I'm a subcontractor. So I don't know. I always thought that was really cool. And I feel like there's a lot of slimy managers out there. And like, if you can be a really good manager and you see the people that haven't burned all their bridges, they have a great career, you know?
Yeah.
And they love to see that, like, their artists, you know, if they're working with multiple, they love to see them win. And I really enjoy people that actually give a fuck about their craft and win. And they hit that silver lining and they're like, okay, this is it. Like, now we're starting. This is for real now. This isn't just in the basement type shit, you know? So I think that'd be cool. You know, I have like a business background and stuff, so pretty cool, man.
Yeah, definitely. I respect that answer.
Third
section.
You?
Well,
we're going to the third.
Yeah, I'll give a quick answer on it. The next thing I want to do, the only reason I don't want to touch on it too much is a lot of these introduction episodes for people are like somewhat similar questions. So I probably said it a few times, but
no, I got you.
I want to get into painting, dude. Like I want to start painting.
Like artistry painting.
Yes. Not like I just got an art set for Christmas, a small handheld thing, because I wanted it to be something that I could take with me camping and hiking. Like this is something I want to do when I'm out in nature. I want to just sit down in a peaceful ass spot for an hour or two and just paint. Like I want that to be something I can get into. So I'm going to start with that. If it evolves into doing different art forms and bigger canvases, sure. But I want to start by doing that. And I don't know, it sounds silly, dude, but I just like coloring, reading books and coloring, like just simple shit that inspires the creative mind, because I find all that translates over to my music creative process. Like if I'm doing all this other creative stuff and keeping my brain entertained other than rotting on fucking reels, then I'm actually going to be able to like get stuff done later on in my other field.
For sure, yeah. No, that's awesome, dude.
Now, what we've all been waiting for, it's time to dive deep. We're diving deep now. This is a free therapy session. The first one you don't have to pay for. Any episode after this, you will be charged. So how do you find purpose and meaning in your life?
Purpose and meaning. Great question again. I think it'd have to be like, what do I do anything for? Why am I doing this? So I'm devoted to my wife. My dad is a big part of my life. That's why I do it. My little brother, they adopted my little brother. He's 10. So I do it for them, kind of just to inspire him and stuff. And, you know, hopefully make it to a point where they can appreciate and respect the level of, you know, of the
I feel like that's what most people end up coming to the assumption of, is like the purpose of life is to just exist and to be. And to exist and to be is really the simplest joy that you can have. Because not only are you like, you're getting the fulfillment in your life, but you're also giving others that fulfillment and the wisdom that you've learned along the way, the experiences that you've had along the way. I was telling one of my friends earlier, I wish I started, I'm doing this now because I think it'd be super fucking cool, but I wish more people would like write books about their life before they die. Like, I gave my mom and my dad each it was like this thing I found on a reel ad, but it was like, Mom, I want your story, or Dad, fill out your story. And it's basically like questions throughout their whole life. And it's just a book that they fucking fill out and write answers into. But I feel like that'd be so cool for, like, I feel like people would have a deeper respect for their family and, like, you know, their kind of bond when it's like you turn 18 and it's like, oh, you're going to inherit grandma and grandpa's life story.
Yeah, that is really fucking cool.
Like, dude. It's something that you can look back on and be proud of and be like, yeah, like, if somebody says, what did your grandpa do? Like, a lot of people aren't going to have a shitload of answers. Like, they only knew him for a little bit of their time and they didn't ask him all this shit. Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like more people should do it. Obviously, it's not going to be required or mandatory of anybody to, like, do that. But, like, I feel like it's a cool thing that could be passed down to the kids. And, like, if that could be a tradition that carried on, like, imagine 10 generations from now and you've got, like, a fucking bookshelf, basically, of your family history. Like, that'd be crazy.
That is cool. That is fucking cool, dude. Yeah, I like that. I always thought it would be cool to write a book about yourself, or just, like, you know,
even if you're not anybody important, man. Like, I feel like you don't have to be anybody important because you're somebody important to somebody. And, like, for those people, those would be the people that want to read that book. So
Right. Yeah, for sure. That was a good question.
Second question for you. What are the biggest challenges you faced and how have they shaped you?
I'd say one of the bigger ones is general of that question would be finding the right people. So friends, finding the right people around you. Because I got straight away and I started hanging out with a bad crowd right after high school. And luckily I was able to kind of weasel my way out of that. But it is not easy. If you don't have the right people around you, they're going to drag you so far down, dude. And I was doing all kinds of pills. Like, I don't even know all the shit I was doing. It was just bullshit, you know? Just basically trying to kill myself, you know, in that sense. It's like, I'm not going to last much longer. So I guess the general statement of that question is good friends. And, like, you know what, if you have to be alone, you know, for a certain amount of period of time, like, there's been plenty of times where I didn't feel like I had any friends, that I was like, either my friends from high school moved away, you know, or, you know, you don't have anybody around you. But it's easier to be alone in those senses than get dragged down further by other people that you shouldn't be around. So,
or certainly agree find with people you on that.
And find people that actually can bring you up and, you know, maybe raise your bar, and you kind of look up to them too. So,
for sure.
Yeah, man.
What are 3 core values of yourself?
3 core values. Great question. I'd have to say one would be loyalty, very loyal. I'd have to say consistency. I was definitely not a consistent person when I was younger. Definitely not. And the last one here. I don't know. If you can't tell, I don't think about myself all the time. Like, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm fucking the shit, you know. But I don't know. It'd have to be maybe accepting of people, and everybody's different. Everybody's different. And I had to learn that, you know, when you're a kid, you think, oh, that kid's a fucking loser. And it's like, no, he's not. He just is not good at, like, football. You know what I mean? So it's like, everybody's got their skill. Everybody's got their strengths and weaknesses. But that's definitely something, like, the first time I ever took mushrooms, I was like, I had more, like, empathy and love for other people that I usually wouldn't have. And it just kind of opened my eyes, like, you know what? Like, why am I such a douchebag? Why? I'm not like I'm not better than that person. Like, you know, so yeah, I feel like I try and see the good in other people and what their strengths are, and not, you know, belittle them just because I don't think this or that, you know. So Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way unless they're liberal. Then I shouldn't say that. Just a
Damn.
joke. Just a joke. Sorry, had to
Oh
be
my
said.
gosh, that's so funny. That's
No,
great.
if I had to pick a few core values, I would say definitely loyalty. That's a huge one. Because what's like, I don't know, man. Like you said, it's good to be surrounded by good people, but like, I'm not trying to rebuild my group of people over and over and over and over.
Right. Yeah, for
So
sure.
loyalty is a pretty important one. It's like,
For sure,
if
yeah.
I find good people, I want those good people to stay around.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Respect, as in like lies will not be tolerated.
Yeah. Give it to me straight. I definitely noticed you're like that. You're
which
like,
is a
yeah.
big, leaning trend among conservative men for some reason. We really love the truth. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So it's just like I can't do the whole lying bullshit, man, and especially when it's like obvious lies, you know.
Yeah. No, for
Like
real.
I get everybody lies, and like silly lies are okay, but like when you're just constantly like lying about shit, I just can't do it.
I feel like you just become just a known fucking liar at that
Yeah,
point.
when I
You
can't
know, it's just
distinguish what you're lying about and what you're not lying about, that's when it's like, all right, dude.
I got you. Yeah, I got family members like that. I have past friends that were like that. It's just, oh man.
This isn't really a. Well, I guess it is kind of a value. I will never hold a grudge against any family member for anything unless they like kill or deeply harm somebody, you know.
Right.
Because I feel
Yeah.
like too many people like, they said something shitty about my boyfriend. I'm done talking to my mom and like all this
Yeah.
silly shit, bruh. And it's like
Yeah.
even like small arguments, and like even they might seem like big arguments, but they're so small in the grand scheme of things. Like I don't know. I just like I could never ignore my parents
Right.
because then
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about it later and be like, damn, that was a week or 2 weeks of time that I could have spent happy with my parents, but I decided to be an asshole, and now I don't have a choice to go back and fix it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too many
Yeah. No,
people
I
live in the
got you.
moment and they don't think about like you're gonna think about this later on, whether you like will push it off and ignore it or not.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like
Yeah. You and I are
you'd
alike in that
rather hate
way. Yeah.
yourself for being a pushover and like being that good person than like, damn, I really didn't talk to them for like 2 years.
Right.
Like I'd rather be the person that like they were mean up until the end and I was still, I don't know. Like I just that's that's how I would say my three are if I had to
Yeah.
pinpoint.
I feel like a lot of people are too quick at like burning a bridge, even though like there's just some riff that's like a misunderstanding. It's like, yeah, fuck that person, you know. It's like, dude, like I'm down to like work it out with you, like we're friends still, but like if you want to be like that, like I'm not gonna change your mind, you know. But like,
And this is,
I,
not to it literally doesn't matter, dude. We're not monetized or anything. We'll say whatever the fuck we want, but to get political again, like this is like I'm not gonna hate any of my friends for their different views,
right,
but like that is one of the main things that makes me so angry about politics is like my friends on the other side are always going to do that. There's no escape.
right, yeah, yeah. It's very like, oh, you don't think like me? Oh, go fuck yourself. It's like,
Yeah, and it's like, dude, are you
I
really
don't
like
do
that
that to
simple
you.
minded? Like we're gonna forget
Yeah,
about this in 4 months from now,
right,
whether you win or not. It's like
right.
even though I already knew who was gonna fucking win, and I knew my team was gonna win. It's like I'm not sitting here like bitching and moaning like, oh, I'm gonna fucking cut everybody off if
Right.
my team doesn't win, bro. Like
I
shit's
mean,
crazy to me. It's like I get that you
yeah,
don't agree with me policy wise, but like, damn, bro, like you can't
yeah.
even talk to me or be friends with me anymore.
It just shows like their true character at that point.
It's like why don't we
oh,
just talk about stuff other than politics then? Like I don't understand
Right.
Well, if you don't believe in the, how could I be friends with somebody that doesn't believe in yada yada yada? It's like, bro,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
can't do
I
it,
like
man.
how, I like how Joe Rogan put it one time. He's like, "You're not your ideas. You're not your. It's not you. You know how.
Right.
I don't understand how people can fucking do that. You know. I mean, I respect people too much to actually
Like politics are only an eighth, a tenth of somebody's personality, if they even care about politics.
Some people,
unless they make it their entire personality.
Right.
Like
yeah,
if this
unless it's
person
their
is
job.
just, yeah, like if that's your entire personality, I get it, I guess. But like, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Motherfuckers are, you have a whole lot more to you other than your, like, I can be friends with people that believe in all sorts of things that I disagree with. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it doesn't affect my friendship with you.
Yeah.
And me, like, I'm not going to agree with you, but I can still be your friend.
For sure, yeah.
Like, if you ask me to go help you bring some migrants in, I'm probably going to say no. But it's the same way that, like, you're going to say no if I ask you to not get an abortion. So it's like, who knows, man? It's just a never-ending battle, but people are too quick to jump the gun on people they care about. Moral of the story.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man.
Next segment for you. This one's fun. Little game segment. Sink or swim, okay? I'm going to name an artist. You just say sink or swim. Are they good? Are they bad? That's all I need.
All right.
We'll start off strong here. The good old T Swift.
I'll sink. I had to say it.
Bro, sinking that one to the bottom. All right, got it. Will Smith.
As an artist?
Oh, yeah.
Probably sink.
Not as an actor, only as a musician.
He's one of the goats as an actor. What the fuck? But as an artist, it's like,
Tron?
Say it again.
Tron?
Who's that?
Oh, no.
Am I sleeping?
A Detroit local, Tron?
Like Baby Tron.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd have to say the whole name since you're Michigan local, but I...
Yeah. My bad. Definitely swim, yeah.
Yeah, that is like, when I first heard him, bro, I was like, this dude is ass. I was like, I can't stand this shit, bro. I can't take it. And then I was like, low key, the bars are so unique, bro. You can't get over, like, he's so specific too in his, like, his sports references, just the most obscure motherfuckers. It's like, how does he do it? How does he continue to do this shit?
Yeah. No, I do fuck with Baby Tron. No, I didn't know he went by that. I didn't know the Tron. That's funny.
Oh, well, yeah. I just assumed, funny. Like, I didn't think there was any other artists that would come up. So I was like, they'll know.
No.
T Grizzly?
Oh, definitely swim, yeah.
Joyner Lucas.
Like T Grizz. Yeah. Say it again.
Joyner Lucas?
Swim, yeah. I definitely fuck with Joyner.
Coi Leray.
I'd say swim. I like the stuff that she's got. Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Eminem?
Definitely swim, yeah. His politics
Mr.
are another
Nick
story. Nick D. Oh, yeah. One of the independent pioneers, definitely swim, yeah.
Token.
Oh, definitely swim. Yeah, I fuck with Token. He's cool.
And finally, skis. Mike's little counterpart.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah, skis. Yeah. You know what? I have literally never heard a song from him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to say sink. I'm sorry.
I respect it. That's honest.
I know he's probably cool because he fucks with Mike, but like, you said
yeah,
Mike.
Yeah, but it's an honest answer. So I respect.
No, I definitely, yeah. I think I've heard a feature from him and it was straight, but like I've never like went out of my way to listen to him. No.
Right.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite sections. Are you smarter than a dolphin?
Probably not. I don't think.
Yeah, probably not. Most people aren't. Like, dolphins are really fucking smart, and people really underestimate this. Obviously, the podcast is all kind of water, ocean themed, so that's why there's so much ocean-based shit in here. But you're about to answer 5 true or false questions based on stuff in the ocean.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
how we're going to find out if you're smarter than a dolphin or not. The dolphin would know. He lives in the ocean, dude. So theoretically, the dolphin should know.
Yeah.
All right. You can answer these as quick as you can, and then we'll go over the answers. True or false? The Indian Ocean is the third largest ocean on Earth.
True.
True or false? Giant squid have the largest eyes of any known animal.
False.
True or false? Octopuses have 3 hearts and 2 stop beating when they swim.
Wow. True.
True or false? The Arctic Ocean is the warmest ocean on Earth.
False.
It makes you think that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
True or false? All sharks must keep swimming to breathe.
True. Fuck,
So I think
dude.
you got like one of these right.
Yeah. This is
So the Indian Ocean is indeed the 3rd largest ocean on Earth. You got that one right. Giant squid have the largest eyes of any known animal. This is true. Octopuses do have 3 hearts, and 2 of them stop beating when they swim. Isn't that some shit?
that is crazy. 3 hearts.
And 2 of them stop when they start swimming. That's fucking wild, dude. That's
Where did
like
you
nature
get
is
this question
crazy, bro. Like imagine.
Yeah, it's
Imagine
crazy.
fucking cutting that motherfucker open and you're like, holy shit, 3 hearts. Like,
For
bro,
real.
like, they probably thought that motherfucker was an alien, bro.
Seriously, it's crazy.
Just the facts of the matter. This is a short segment, but it's important to talk about this stuff. You need to know your ocean facts if you're going to go out into the world. Finally, the last section, underwater happenings. So we're gonna look at a few things that have happened lately. I'm gonna share my screen with you here in a second.
But
Let's see here. Yeah, let's go to this one first. Okay. So our favorite state just had a disaster occur.
Of the Santa Cruz Wharf.
Spoiler alert, they don't have money to pay for it.
Today we learned some new information. Just moments after waves washed part of the jetty away. ABC 7 News reporter Zach Fuentes joining us live now in Santa Cruz with the new details. Hi, Zach.
Hey there. Yeah, the most amazing thing about what happened Monday is that no lives were lost, that there were no serious injuries, and we are now getting a better picture as to how that happened.
I want to see this shit
as
happen.
The community
buddy.
is still processing this collapse.
Where's this shit at?
Countless surfers could be seen Thursday.
Now lodged in a cove, and everybody wants to go look at it.
150 feet at the end of the wharf collapsed Monday to high swells. Those 2 lifeguards sprang into action and rescued.
That's some shit, ain't it?
oh, a skid steer out there? That's crazy.
And he's flowing. It's good.
The wharf. Those who know it.
That's a lot of money going in the water soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, to sum up this video for you, they spent so much money on immigrants that they couldn't fix the infrastructure in time, and it collapsed.
That's just great.
Terrible news for the taxpayers, but they'll probably have
Wow.
to pay for that. The follow-up story. Yeah, that's a good one. I know. That's a good start.
That's
I
ridiculous.
love talking about the disasters in California. It brings sweet delight to my ears.
That's funny.
Next on the agenda, the Thwaites Glacier retreat has accelerated. What do you think the Thwaites Glacier is? You don't even know about that Thwaites Glacier, do
I have
you?
no idea what you're talking about.
Bro, they call this thing the Doomsday Glacier. This motherfucker's coming to kill everything, dude. Look at this shit.
Welcome back. Today, we're diving into alarming news about the Thwaites Glacier, also known as the Doomsday Glacier. New studies reveal that it's melting faster than scientists anticipated due to warming tidal currents. Located in West Antarctica, the Thwaites Glacier could contribute to a sea level rise of nearly 11 feet if it collapses, threatening coastal cities worldwide. Currently, it accounts for 4% of global sea level rise, losing about 50 billion tons of ice each year. Using a method called Ocean Acoustic Waveguide Remote Sensing, researchers found that warm currents are accelerating the glacier's retreat. This is a major concern as we approach critical climate tipping points. Some scientists propose geoengineering solutions to combat glacier melt, like creating giant curtains to block warm seawater. While intriguing, these ideas face skepticism and must not distract from the urgent need to reduce carbon emissions. Geoengineering isn't a long-term solution, it's a temporary fix. We must focus on addressing the root causes of climate change while we can.
Yeah. Tell me what you feel, man.
The root cause of climate change.
11 feet, dude. It sounds like New York is toast.
I was gonna say, why did all these billionaires keep buying along the coast? Like, are they not worried about this? I don't know. Gets you
I don't know.
thinking.
Maybe that's why we're getting Greenland.
Maybe.
They're getting
I
off
don't know.
before the big flood, dude.
Maybe that's
We also have
that's
a
funny.
World War I shipwreck found off the Scottish coast.
Ooh.
I don't know how you feel about war shit, but I fucked with history a lot, dude. History is cool. History is good. This is, yeah, here we go. Hit me with an ad, of course. Oh, good old CBS, dude.
Welcome back to CBS Saturday Morning. We begin a half hour with an unlikely discovery off the coast of England. That's where an avid snorkeler stumbled onto a forgotten piece of the region's nautical history. Thankfully, he had the skills and the gear to bring his find to the rest of the world. MTS Tayyab has the story.
It's world famous for its miles of sandy beaches, historic fishing villages, and now the picturesque Norfolk coast on England's eastern shore is attracting global attention following the discovery of a century-old shipwreck. 3 weeks ago, the remains of this vessel, which last sailed in 1896, was spotted near the town of Sheringham by local snorkeler and filmmaker Chris Taylor.
You were snorkeling, you weren't deep sea diving. Is it normal to discover a wreck just by snorkeling?
I don't think so.
My question is, how the fuck did they not see that thing sitting on the beach?
How long has it been sitting there? I mean, it's been sitting there for years, right?
Presumably, it's from World War I. So,
what the fuck?
I got lucky. It was.
I got lucky.
Just a
He
lot
says,
of,
"No, buddy."
You know, the weather,
What?
the clearness of the water, the sand not being there, and me just happening to swim short at the right place. It was just all came at once. I should have bought a lottery ticket.
On a rainy November night 125 years ago, the SS Commodore was carrying coal to London from Newcastle when the ship ran aground. All 14 sailors made it safely ashore, but the Commodore sank into the seabed. Considered a hazard, it was intentionally blown up 6 years later, leaving these remains, now so clearly visible from above, from the drone Taylor uses in his filmmaking. He sent images to a local museum.
So they blew this motherfucker up 6 years ago, dude, and they're telling me they forgot? That doesn't check out, right?
Something's not checking out, yeah.
Something's not adding up here. Let's see.
That's funny. I never am searching for news. It's so funny to actually see this shit.
Don't worry, man. I've got one more for you.
Under the sea.
This one's the best one. The ocean has a new predator.
Did you know? Deep in the ocean's darkest depths, scientists have made an incredible discovery. A new predator unlike any other. Introducing Dulcibella camanchaca, a fast-swimming crustacean found over 26,000 feet underwater in the Atacama Trench off the coast of Chile. This ghostly creature, just 4 centimeters long, hunts smaller crustaceans in the perpetual darkness of the Hadal Zone. The discovery highlights how much we have yet to uncover in the ocean's deepest realms, where bizarre and wondrous creatures like the record-breaking snailfish thrive. As we continue to explore these mysterious waters, who knows what other incredible species await, perhaps even holding the key.
That may be the worst voice I've ever heard in my life.
I was gonna say this is some clickbait ass shit.
Anyways, the too long didn't read is there's a dangerous crustacean. He's a dangerous predator. He's 4 inches long.
4
centimeters. 4 centimeters, my bad.
Hold up.
And he's 20-something thousand feet underwater, dude. What's he doing down there? He's not just big chilling. He's got to be plotting. Bro,
Wow.
I'm just saying. Like, the fact that we're still finding this shit and motherfuckers want to tell me aliens don't exist, shut the fuck up.
I always bring this up, but what do you think of, like, underwater, like, civilizations? Do you think that's even possible? Do you think that is? Because I definitely do. I definitely think that's possible. I definitely think I think our bases, we have some bases down there, which I thought have been proven.
I think
But,
I think this is a conspiracy theory that I have giggled at thumbnails of on YouTube in passing. But I don't know if it's something I've fully. I don't know shit about it, so I don't want to comment.
Yeah.
But I will say it is something that I could see myself having an open mind towards.
I just always like the idea of Atlantis or like something like that. This advanced civilization. I mean, there's so much of the ocean we haven't even looked at. So it's
true.
like, you never know. I mean, they could have been here a lot
And the
longer than
government
us.
lies, man.
Yeah.
Imagine what they found down there that we don't know about.
Right.
Why would they tell us? It's 20,000 feet under. What motherfucker is going to go get down there and see that shit? You know what I mean? Like, they could find all sorts of shit and be like, yeah, let's just not mention this one. Nobody's going to stumble upon it anyway.
Yeah. Well, like the CIA documents that were dropped the other day, there's a lot of shit in there. It's crazy. And they're dropping shit from like, oh, this was back in the 80s. It's like, bro, what? Why'd you wait 40 years? Like,
they got to do it now before Trump outs all this fucking shit and they're fucked. At least now they can say, well, we're the ones that dropped it.
Right. I always knew that the government has crazy technology that we have no idea, that exists. I just always figured that was a thing, and I'm sure it is. They're probably decades in front of us. Like,
yeah.
And
my favorite conspiracy right now is the Hitler escaping to Argentina.
I like that one. I actually
the
like
thing
that
that
when you
gets
said
me
that, I was
most,
like,
dude, is the fact that we like put it in history books and teach it like it's fact. But there, like, you can literally search it up. There is no positive proof of body. Like the body that they pulled out thinking was him, tested as a 30-year-old woman. Like,
wow.
So it's either they accidentally grabbed his wife's body and not his, and maybe he did die in there, or the Soviets took it, or it wasn't there, and he fucking left. Because you got to think, bro, if 20, 30,000 motherfuckers were able to escape Germany, high-ranking Nazis, 20 to 30,000, to just get away. You're telling me they didn't get the fucking prime leader that they all hailed as a fucking god out?
Right.
I don't know, man. And then, the only way to prove that that body is his wife's would be to run DNA against a current living relative of her, but they declined. They don't want to do it.
Yeah, why would they want to get into that shit? It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's also like, why wouldn't you get into it? What are you hiding?
True.
Did they escape?
Like,
why would you want to know that? Like,
yeah,
I don't know,
man. I guess, yeah.
It's a very, I mean, when I first saw the shit, like, you see the shit on the History Channel and you're like, okay, yeah, this is peak conspiracy theory if it's made it to the History Channel. Like, if it's got a full series on the History Channel, that shit is like, motherfuckers are bonked off the walls. Like, these motherfuckers are borderline retarded. Like, you almost can't trust them.
Yeah.
But occasionally there's a good one. It's like, okay, this could be a good conspiracy theory. And that's one of them, man. I think he got away.
Yeah, that's a good one. The Bigfoot, like searching for Bigfoot, they've been searching for him. How many fucking TV shows are there?
Yeah, like the
What?
Bigfoot
Why
one,
is that
I
even a
can't
thing?
believe in Bigfoot anymore, man. I like the whole, we would have found the big hairy thing in the woods, okay? Like I'm past that one, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Powerful
But
motherfucker that almost took over the world escaping. Could be.
yeah. So he had no kids, Hitler? Or did he have kids?
I think he did. Didn't he have a daughter?
I don't know.
I think he did.
So his bloodline continues to this day, present day.
I know hers does, Eva Braun's,
Hmm.
and that was his wife. So maybe, well, you'd have to
Interesting.
get into it, but the series is called Hunting Hitler. It's been out for fucking years, but the host, super good. He's been on Joe Rogan a few times and has talked about it on Joe Rogan too, but
What's his name?
Tim something. I can't think of the last name. He's got brown slick back hair. He used to work for CIA or something like that.
Yeah, I've listened to a lot of them. I probably heard them.
But I don't know, man. It's very convincing. Like, there's literally people with, like, saying that they saw the motherfucker there.
In Argentina.
Yeah. Brazil, too. And it's like, whether you choose to believe it or not, it's like, I get that sounds unbelievable, but doesn't it also kind of sound unbelievable to believe he died without proof of a body?
Of course.
So it's like, does it really, like, if they're both unbelievable sounding, but there's no way of telling which one's the fucking truth.
Right.
Because there is a lot of Germans in Argentina, man. Like, there's literal cities from these motherfuckers escaping. And you're telling me they couldn't get that motherfucker out? Like, come on.
Right. Well, yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't believe it.
Like the NASA thing of like scientists coming to America and creating, NASA. I feel like that's totally a real thing, dude. Like that's Is that like a fact now at this point?
Yeah, Operation Paperclip.
Yeah, paperclip.
Thousands of them, dude. There's literally motherfuckers that experimented and killed thousands of kids, like, are the reasons that we got to the moon. It's fucking, like, ghastly, dude. Like, there's motherfuckers that have committed atrocious war crimes, and, like, we just let them come over to help us advance.
And/or crimes against humanity,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Wow.
But it's like a bunch of these crazy motherfuckers, like Dr. Mengelev, he made it to Argentina. It's just crazy. Fuck. I almost want to watch. I'm going to look it up again and watch more shit on it. You're going to get me diving deep into conspiracies again.
Hell yeah. I thoroughly enjoy them.
Yeah. I can't get behind like the super crazy shit like the earth is flat and space is fake, but
yeah.
To each their own.
Yeah, no, I can't. The flat earth one always boggled me. I just figured, one, that doesn't change anything for like our day-to-day lives. So like, who gives a shit if I did think it's flat, or you know what I mean? And then yeah. It's just a weird one. Like, it's stupid to me.
Yeah, the great big ice wall. Like, you just got to climb over the big ice wall, buddy.
Yeah.
So do these motherfuckers not believe in climate change, or do they? Like, how does that work? Does the climate change on a flat surface or what? That's like, these are the questions I need to know, dude.
Right. Yeah. The space one is weird because, like, what are we able to get through that asteroid belt? There's a specific asteroid belt that we're supposedly not even able to get through.
The Kuiper
and we've
belt?
been to the moon. Yeah. And what's up with that? Like, we've been to the moon 60 years ago. Have we or have we not? It's hard.
Yeah.
That one's hard for me to get behind. That we're like, oh yeah, we went there. But then there's people that are like super convinced that no, there's no way we went there. You know, so it's that's a weird one.
I think it's possible I don't want to like say for fact, but I think it's possible we made that up. But I also like, it's definitely possible, man.
Right. I don't think it would be out of character for the government to lie to the American public about something like that.
Yeah, like maybe we didn't do it right away, but we've definitely sent motherfuckers to the moon since.
Right.
Because, like, how is Elon doing it right now? How's he sending shit to the moon?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely possible, at least nowadays. So it's like maybe we lied about when we did it, but we've definitely been to the moon now. You're telling me nobody's said. You're telling me none of us are like, let's beat China to the fucking moon?
Right.
Bro, it's over. China gets their giant fucking moon laser. We're done. They shoot us with their fucking TikTok gun from the moon, and we're fucked.
The nukes don't go off.
Yeah, they hit us with their fucking TikTok laser beam, dude, and we're fucked.
TikTok laser beam.
All our social credit is fucking deducted simultaneously down to zero. Zero social credit. We get vaporized.
Oh my gosh. That's great. That's great.
Bro, just think about it. If we get to the moon quicker, all the immigrants can go there too.
Fuck me.
Free settlement on the moon, bro. That's a good deal. You just can never come back, though.
Yeah.
Would you do it, dude? Would you live in space? If they were like, we're sending you to Mars for the first colony, are you in? You and 200 motherfuckers?
I don't know. You'd have to convince me quite a bit. Like, that's... But it would be cool to be like, oh, yeah, these are our settlers. Like,
first rapper on the moon.
Cast down. Yeah, if you're like the first 100 people there, you're like, oh, yeah.
First rapper on Mars, bro.
First rapper on Mars. That's funny as fuck.
You would be.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to really convince me. But it is cool, like, especially like the Avatar shit.
You also have to think that you'd be wondering the whole time if you have the largest dick on Mars.
Yeah.
I'd be wondering. Definitely. I'd be like, do I have the biggest dick on Mars? That's a pretty big accomplishment. Like, we need to put that in the fucking Guinness World Records right now. Biggest nuts to hit Mars, bro. Like, put that shit in the book.
Biggest nuts to hit Mars.
First sack to hit the fucking Mars surface, bro. That's what I need to know.
That's funny. That's funny as fuck.
Oh, fuck.
That's funny, man.
God damn, my arm is fucked up, man. I need to stretch it in a way, but I don't know how. It just fucking feels like it needs to be stretched, dude. I don't know. I don't fucking have shit else to talk about in this episode. We'll fucking call it good here, wrap her up. An hour, 18 minutes. Pretty solid work, if you ask me. Any last messages to the people?
Any last messages? I don't know. I feel... All right, let's do... if you're going through a hard time, it's going to pass. You know?
This too shall pass.
Keep at it. You know, not everything's permanent. You know, people get so wound up like that moment is it, and then they want to make an executive decision and it's a permanent one and it's not good. You know, life goes on. You'll be fine.
Real shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for those that watched, thank you for watching.
Oh yeah.
I only put like half of the episode, probably less, on YouTube, and then the rest is on the website. So if you're watching this on the web, that's where you'll be seeing this part of the episode. But it's still free to view on the website, just to get people on the website. But you know the deal. I'm sure you have new music coming out eventually, but this will come out in February. You have any drops planned for February?
As of right now, no, not yet. But
you'll probably drop something in February, right?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well,
thanks for having
that's
me,
all we got. Adios.
Peace.